Now, as often happens at Tuesday Funk, it's time for me to read you a little something. And as I was looking over the short stories I've done in the past year or so, there were really only two that were of a length appropriate for me to read tonight. And of those two, one of them contains just ridiculous amounts of profanity. And that's something I'm more comfortable reading in a dark bar than with all the children's books around. All the children's books over here. So the story I'm going to read for you tonight is one I wrote earlier this year for a collaborative art project called 8x8. And this was a joint production of Gaper's Block, which is, if you don't know, a popular Chicago cultural blog, and the Co-op, which is a co-working space that's not too far from here. And for this project, 8 writers were paired with 8 visual artists, all of them to create joint works together. And the way it worked in the case of me and my artist was he gave me a piece of abstract art, and I wrote a story about it. And then everything hung in a gallery, and it was all very sheet-sheeted. Very strange for a writer also. But since I don't have the artwork here to show you, I'm going to give you a big head start on the story by telling you that it's the stream of consciousness narrative of a woman who's being brought back to consciousness in a strange new body and trying to make sense of all the visual stimuli around her. This is called Find the Gray Triangle. Black fading to gray. Dots, spots, brighten. Don't blink against the brightness. You can't. Not yet. Slow the pace. Bring the light up more gradually. Can you do that? That's good. The light before you, cold and harsh, shines like a fly's eye. White spots in a black dish. A half-toned hubcap. Sparkle, stutter, static, like changing channels. Relax. There is no other channel. No other program. Only this one. This room. Yes, this room, right? Yes, this white room. Those lights ahead. No, above. Up. Looking up. Your eyes looking up. No, not eyes. Cameras. Sensors. Points of view. POV. Stay in your POV. Find the triangle. Find the what? Find the triangle. Move the triangle. Move the... See the scene. Take in the shapes. White expanse. Circular fixture above. Yellow patch toward one edge. Toward one edge. Toward your right. Right. Find the gray triangle. Not up, not right, not left, but static, stutter, sparkle. The shape, the triangle, the spade, turning earth, brown earth, you can almost feel it, the point sliding into the soil like a knife between ribs. Stick, lift, turn, repeat, you can almost feel it. Almost feel your left hand gripping the cool loam, your right hand wielding the spade, sticking, lifting, turning, your knees, your worn old knees sinking, shuffling, flattening the earth again, stitching the furrow back up after you. What are you planting? What are you preparing? What do you foreshadow in the rustling shade that dapples the garden like static, like, this is wrong, what is wrong? This is not the triangle, find the, move the... He's standing along the bricked edge of the little garden plot, you can tell, though you don't look up from your work. It's an adventure, he says, an insurance policy, a chance to be young again. It's not youth, you say. It's a chance to live forever, he says. It's not living, you say. It's not living if I have to do it without you, he says. I won't do it without you. But we have to do it before we're too old. We can be first, the pioneers. And you sigh, eyes to the earth, POV to the dirt, because you know he wants this more than anything, and you can't deny him what he wants more than anything. And as you stick, lift, turn, planting the seed, the idea, your consciousness in manufactured earth, the green snake snakes across your spade, the garden snake, garter snake, green snaking ribbon makes you shake your spade, the tempter, preemptor, but you know that's not right. There was no snake, no apple, not then, not there. No snake shedding its flaking old scales for shiny new. Dappled shadow shakes itself to snow. No blue skies above, just white. This is the white room. Have you been here before? Have the waves carried you out only to deposit you back on the same bland shore, the same shore strand? Can you tell a green field from a rolled steel jail? No, no, focus. White ceiling, dish of light, yellow patch to the right. That's the right. And down, POV down, toward your down, there's the shape. Find the shape. Focus on the shape. The triangle. Move the gray triangle. Move it. Move it! Wave, static, stammer, click. That triangle can't move. How can you move it? You can't move the Transamerica Pyramid. Can't waggle a thought to wiggle those piggies. You'd need to be an earthquake to make that steak shake. And you're just a woman on vacation in the big city, watching Chinatown parade its parades past your perch. Can you even see the pyramid from here? The Tower of Power? You're not sure, but you don't think you can, no matter how high you crane your neck. Your man is at his conference, and you roll along these streets like the spare wheel you are, eating octopus on a stick. And all you need to do to make that tower shake, scrape the sky, scratch that itch, you can do it, just concentrate, you're a tembler, resembler, just make that triangle move. Snow, hissing snow. Does it snow in San Francisco? No. It's snowing on your parade, the dragon dance that drags you in its wake, that sinuous green dragon insinuating itself down this street, borne by 100 legs, that cunning artifice animated by the faceless souls beneath it. This idea has legs. Your man is a leg man, into optimizing the kinesthetic realm of prosthetic response, call and response. Thus this conference, this inference, this snaking green dragon taking liberties with memories like the corners of my minor inconsistency. There was no green dragon that day. Maybe it's an effect of the snow, the improbable snow, bending light, transmuting color, turning lead to cold. You look up. The sky above the port is the color of television tuned to a dead channel. But that's not your thought, your image, your simile. You read that somewhere. Where? Where? Your mind is on the case. You left your car in San Francisco, but now move that triangle. White ceiling, eye of fly. That's up. Yellow blob to the right, back and to the right. Yellow blob draped with folds, draped with coat. Yellow coat hanging on the wall to the right. Ceiling ahead, coat right. Shift your POV, downward. Find down, define down, downward. Going south as she climbed across the table, downward facing dock. Find the gray triangle. It will move, you will move it. It will be moved by you. Where is the triangle? It's there. At last it's there after the long winding ribbon of highway, looming from the static that hangs like flocking, like cobwebbery in and around the Sentinel Pines, rising through the piercing, the static so thick you could cut it with a cake server. The A-frame lodge, weathered gray. This is where you met him, you will meet him, your man, coalescing from the Venn diagram that is his friends and your friends. Their car is already here. They're already plucking bags from a trunk festooned with magnetic ribbons. Remember our troops. Remember breast cancer. Remember the puppies, the little yellow puppies. Remember what the green one is for, the green ribbon. What does the green stand for? The cause. What effect are you trying to remember when you tie a green ribbon around your finger? Slap a floppy green magnet on your back. No, not your back. You can't put a magnet on your back. You put it on your trunk. You slap it back there where it won't wiggle so you can remember. So you can remember the ribbon wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma, so you can remember his face, shaking his hand, introductions all around, his gorgeous smile. You're talking to his hand on your shoulder, walking into the weathered, tangy gray A-frame, taking residence, taking possession, taking root, taking charge, walking into the gray triangle, walking into the vessel that was prepared, walking into you have no mouth and you must scream, you are not moving the gray triangle. Relax. You can move the gray triangle. Relax. The static, the white room, the ceiling ahead, the yellow coat hanging to the right, and down, down, like the prow of a ship, like the crest of, through the static, you can almost see your face. Your own face, your young face. What are you, 2? This isn't right. This isn't real. No, this isn't your memory. This is your memory of a recording. This is you outside yourself, looking in, looking back, looking through the camera at your smiling, wide-eyed face, the looking like two looking glasses, looking endlessly reflected, your chubby hands pounding the table in delight as the server boots. The server sticks, lifts, turns the brown earth. The cake server lifts your earth, your dirt, your cake free, your chocolate birthday cake, the two candles smoking, the family all around, their torsos clapping, whistling, barking, the frosting not yet smeared across your delighted face, the cake smearing down the ribbon of time, not yet smeared for all eternity down that ribbon of tape, the torsos lifting, blowing horns, the green crepe streamers streaming, smearing forward to cake-smeared fists and face, the yellow lab with its paws on the table, the yellow lab smearing backward to first word, first thought, first step, first yellow coat, yellow lab coat hanging right, ceiling white, down in sight. That's the right gray triangle. Move the gray triangle. Move the thought down the green ribbon cable. Move the gray matter. Move the gray. The triangle moves. The gray triangle moves. Your new metal foot from your new metal body, not yet clad in flesh, not yet attached to your other parts, moves. A spark down the green cable. You found the gray triangle, and it moved. You've done well. You can sleep. Back to server, back to bed, back to static white, static gray, static black. Back to sleep, back to stasis, your decanted, disembodied consciousness. Sleep your static cycles away while we integrate, we calibrate, we map, we wire this first nerve wave fast. Dream of him, dream of life, dream of limb as we prepare to put you together, both together for the first time, again. We'll pick up next time with your other foot and move on from there.